The human brain is the most complex object in the known universe. It contains billions of nerve cells called neurons, which communicate with each other through electrical and chemical signals. This intricate network allows us to think, feel, learn, and experience the world around us. The brain is the command center of the human body, controlling everything from our heartbeat to our thoughts and emotions. It processes information from our senses, stores memories, and allows us to interact with the world in meaningful ways. Understanding how the brain works is one of the greatest challenges in science today. The human brain can be broadly divided into three main parts: the cerebrum, the cerebellum, and the brainstem. The cerebrum is the largest part of the brain and is responsible for higher-level functions such as thinking, learning, and memory. It is divided into two hemispheres, the left and right, which are connected by a thick band of nerve fibers called the corpus callosum. The cerebellum is located at the back of the brain, below the cerebrum. It is responsible for coordinating movement, balance, and posture. The cerebellum receives information from the senses and the cerebrum and uses this information to fine-tune our movements. The brainstem connects the brain to the spinal cord and controls essential life functions such as breathing, heart rate, and blood pressure. It is also involved in sleep-wake cycles and reflexes. The cerebrum is further divided into four lobes: the frontal lobe, parietal lobe, temporal lobe, and occipital lobe. Each lobe is specialized for different functions. The frontal lobe, located at the front of the brain, is responsible for planning, decision-making, and personality. The parietal lobe, located behind the frontal lobe, processes sensory information from the body, such as touch, temperature, and pain. It is also involved in spatial awareness and navigation. The temporal lobe, located on the sides of the brain, is responsible for hearing, language, and memory. The occipital lobe, located at the back of the brain, processes visual information from the eyes. Each of these lobes works in concert with other brain regions to allow us to perceive and interact with the world around us. Section 4. Your brain at work. To understand how the brain works, it can be helpful to think of everyday examples. When you see a red apple, light waves reflect off the apple and enter your eyes. This information is then transmitted to the occipital lobe, where it is processed as visual information. Your brain recognizes the object as an apple, based on your past experiences and memories stored in other brain regions. The temporal lobe helps you retrieve the word apple from your vocabulary, while the parietal lobe allows you to reach out and grasp the apple. This simple act of seeing and picking up an apple involves the coordinated activity of multiple brain regions, highlighting the complex interplay between different parts of the brain. Section 5. The ever-changing brain. The human brain is not static, it is constantly changing and adapting throughout our lives. This process, known as neuroplasticity, allows the brain to reorganize itself in response to new experiences, learning, and even injury. During childhood, the brain undergoes rapid development, forming new connections between neurons and pruning away unused connections. This process continues throughout adolescence and adulthood, albeit at a slower pace. Neuroplasticity is what allows us to learn new skills, form new memories, and recover from brain injuries. Understanding how to harness the brain's plasticity has enormous potential for treating neurological disorders and enhancing cognitive function. The human brain is a remarkable organ capable of extraordinary feats of learning, creativity, and adaptation. As we continue to unlock its mysteries, we open up new possibilities for improving human health and well-being.